sometimes you may experience your trimmers bogging down. Now that can come from a couple of things. If you know you've had the trimmers for a while, you know, you can pop these two screws off, take your case off, and blow out any hair that may have built up in the trimmer, or take a brush or whatever and wipe the hair out. One thing that can also bog your power down is simply from over tightening the screws. So basically, if you've opened your trimmers up for anything and you tighten them back down, you can affect your power by over tightening mainly the top screw. You can actually hear these change tones when I tighten down on the screw, but they pick back up when I loosen up on the screw. So these are things that you want to avoid that can basically take away some of your power. Also, how you position your blades on your trimmer can dictate how they cut, how well they cut, how much power they cut with, or even the sound. So you want to make sure when you put your blades on your trimmers, you want to position them to when you turn the power on, the torque of the motor is going to kick the blade more so to one side. So you want to make sure you have the blades positioned to when you turn them on, they kick and spread evenly back and forth. With these cut off right here, you can see they favor more to that side, but when I kick them on, they distribute the cutter blade evenly from side to side. Another thing that you can do because when it comes to Andis trimmers, sometimes when you purchase a new trimmer, one of the main things that you want to do, a lot of people have this thing where they get a trimmer, they set it or test it, and they don't like how it cuts immediately, so they may sell the trimmer, trade the trimmer, or do something, get rid of the trimmer. When it comes to an Andis trimmer, especially a new trimmer, give the blades time to break in. Andis usually cuts better after you've broken the blade in some. So I would recommend shaving, cleaning up ball fades, and doing little extra things like that to help break the blade in, and it cuts better over time. There's also other things you can do to maybe get your blade to hit a little bit harder. For example, there are a couple of different options you could go with to maybe get your blade to hit a little bit harder. I'm going to show you one. Okay, there are other companies that make blades that fit on Andis trimmers. I think the design of some of the blades are great, but I don't think none of the blades are actually quality like Andis. ProMate makes a deeper teeth version, of the Andis. Now, the deep teeth on this blade is great, but I don't like the moving blade that's on there. So basically, if I wanted to do an experiment and get this trimmer hidden, I would take my blades off, use this ProMate top blade and the moving Andis blade, and I've always gotten great results from doing that as opposed to having much success with strictly just a ProMate blade. Always when I've gotten a ProMate blade and it came out of the pack, hidden pretty good, it never really lasted long, but I did modifications to swap this out, and it works great. So that's just another little tip. Sometimes on Andis blades, period, just say you have a couple of different sets of blades. You could take this trimmer right here. This blade may not be hidden the way you want it to, but you know it might be a new blade. So basically, you can just experiment around with some of your extra blades that you have. Just swap this top, with the top on another blade that you may have, and just cross match them. Different little things like that can help your trimmers hit as well. And sometimes, you can actually take a blade off of one trimmer and swap it to another one, and it may hit better on that one. These are all different little things, different little techniques that I utilize over the years and have always worked for me. So I hope different little tips and things help you out. I definitely know most of them work for me, or all of them have worked for me over the years, and I think they can do the same for you. Sometimes you may experience your trimmers bogging down. Now that can come from a couple of things. If you know you've had the trimmers for a while, you can pop these two screws off, take your case off, and blow out any hair that may have built up in the trimmer, or take a brush or whatever and wipe the hair out. One thing that can also bog your power down